So EDP is getting his own documentary, and people on the internet are just soying out over this. Like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And when I first saw it, I immediately thought to myself, fake. This is a humiliation publicity scene. This is going to help fund EDP and help him get a lot of money because there's no way he would sign up for this and not get any sort of compensation for it. You see, the reason why EDP isn't behind bars is because vigilante justice, in the real world, doesn't really legally work. And, despite the fact that he's saying all these sorts of crazy things in the documentary trailer, that does fall under free speech. Now, free speech does come with consequences, but what EDP is saying, it can't really get him arrested. You might be wondering, well, if this is all fake and a publicity stunt, then why is EDP willing to humiliate himself so badly? Because after EDP lost his YouTube channel, his bread and butter, his source of income, he couldn't really get a job. He kept getting doxxed and stalked. Anytime he did get a job, his doxers, his stalkers would call the managers and get him fired and stuff like that. So it makes sense for EDP to just sign himself up for a humiliation ritual that will net him money, especially since he pretty much has nothing to lose, to be honest. Why is Moist Critical even in this documentary? I mean, you could have replaced anyone and give anyone that same line, but y'all picked Moist Critical. Well, that's because Penguin ZO or Moist Critical, whatever you call him, is super popular and has a lot of fans that will literally follow him anywhere. It's why that crappy Dispatch game pretty much got so many high reviews. Personally, I think Moist Critical is a very boring person to listen to. He has the safest, lamest opinions on certain events, and like the only interesting thing he ever said was when he was when he accidentally admitted that he's okay with kids getting gender reassignment surgeries. It's basically the same thing that happened with Boogie 2988. You see, Boogie back in the day, or well, 2 years ago, he did this fake interview where he was pretending that he was having a hard time getting a job with how disgusting it is. And I swear, the whole thing was scripted. Nobody like Boogie would actually put themselves in this situation. And why was this even filmed to begin with? Because it's fake. Boogie made profit off of his own humiliation ritual. He made profit off of faking panic attacks and all that other kind of stuff. He was basically trolling the audience the same way that Nikado Avocado trolled his audience with all his, weight schemes and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to watch the documentary. It looks boring and pointless. I know for a fact that EDP won't get arrested. He's going to release this documentary. A lot of people are going to react and freak out to it. And it doesn't really matter because all that hate watching is going to help net EDP money, basically. So, yeah, I'm not watching it. And I do think that Moist Critical is a fat sellout. Seriously, remember that one time when Nikado Avocado tricked everyone and Moist Critical, he made like YouTube videos trying to farm drama off of Nikado Avocado, and he was pretending to be all concerned and shit. Like, yeah, no, I don't like Moist Critical. I mean, I don't think he's a bad person or anything. I just don't engage with his content anymore. If I ever find out that a video game has Moist Critical as a voice actor, I will straight up just not buy that game. Unless the game is good, then I'll just buy it when it's on sale cheap.